Gabby Thomas made a bold statement before she raced Julien Alfred in Monaco. She said she wanted to see what they could pull out of each other. Well, she got her answer fast. Alfred blazed to the third fastest 200 meters ever run. Now the fire's back. On July 18th, these two collide again in London, but watch out because two British stars are crashing this party too. Let's go back to July 10th, 2026 at Stade Louis II in Monaco. Gabby Thomas, the Olympic 200-meter champ from Paris 2024, was stepping into a Diamond League final for the first time in 2 years. An Achilles injury had wrecked her whole season before this. Julien Alfred, the Olympic 100-meter champ from St. Lucia, stood right next to her, undefeated all season and ready for her biggest test since Paris. Before the race, Thomas sounded calm. She called it a great field and said she couldn't wait to see what they'd bring out of each other. Alfred stayed just as cool. She said Gabby is a big competitor and she was excited for the race. Two champions sizing each other up. Neither one gave anything away, and neither one knew what was about to happen. The gun fired and Thomas and Alfred stayed locked together through the turn, stride for stride. This was the race everyone came to see. World leader Adeja Hodge was right there too, refusing to be ignored in her own show. But coming off the bend, Alfred found a gear nobody had ever seen from her. She exploded through the last 50 meters and blew the field away, crossing the line in 21.51 seconds. That time smashed her old best by 0.2 of a second, set a brand new St. Lucia record, and rocketed her to third on the all-time list, right behind legends Florence Griffith Joyner and Elaine Thompson-Herah. Adeja Hodge took second in 21.76, and Thomas, the same woman who beat Alfred for Olympic gold in Paris, could only manage third in 21.84. A strong time, but not enough tonight. Afterward, Alfred said she didn't even know how fast she ran until she saw the clock. She admitted she screamed just like she did on the Olympic podium. This wasn't just a good race. This was a warning shot to every sprinter in the world. Because Gabby Thomas does not back down after a loss like this. Just 5 weeks before Monaco on June 6, 2026, Thomas tore through a 21.70 at the Lone Star Grand Prix in Texas. That's faster than her Olympic winning time in Paris, only a 1/10 of a second off her personal best of 21.60 from 2023. At that moment, she was the fastest woman in the world this season. She'd also been racing across Africa, winning in Nairobi and Addis Ababa, enjoying her comeback after that brutal year battling injury. So when Alfred beat her in Monaco, it wasn't just one loss. It was a direct challenge to everything Thomas had built this season. And Alfred isn't just on a lucky streak either. This is the same sprinter who won St. Lucia's very first Olympic medal ever, taking 100-meter gold in Paris, the same games where Thomas won 200-meter gold. That shared podium back in 2024 is where this whole rivalry began. Then, Alfred had to pull out of the 100-meter final at last year's World Championships in Tokyo due to injury, while Thomas was also hurt for most of that season. Both champions missed their shot to settle the score. Monaco was finally their answer after almost 2 years, and Alfred walked away with the loudest statement of the season. But this story isn't over yet. Just 8 days later, on Saturday, July 18, 2026, Thomas and Alfred stepped back on the track at London Stadium for the Novuna London Athletics meet, leg 11 of the Diamond League season. And this time, it's not just a rematch. Alfred returns as defending champion after winning last year's race with a meet record of 21.71. But Thomas has history here too. She won London's 200 meters back in 2024, running 21.82, and she calls London one of her favorite meets on the whole calendar. But standing in their way this time are two massive British stars, Dina Asher-Smith and Amy Hunt. Asher-Smith isn't just a local name filling the field, she's the British record holder at 21.88, a former world champion in this exact event from 2019, and she has 17 career Diamond League wins, one of the best records ever seen on this circuit. She has run in front of this exact home crowd many times before, and she knows exactly how to handle the pressure. Amy Hunt is fresh off a shocking World Championship silver medal in Tokyo and has already dropped her personal best to 22.08 this year. She's younger, hungrier, and rising fast with every single race she runs. Throw in Olympic champion Shawnee Miller-Uibo, who has beaten some of the biggest names in this sport before, and newly crowned British champion Success Edouin, who is stepping up on the big stage for the very first time, and London just became one of the deepest and most dangerous 200-meter fields on the planet. That's exactly why this is the hottest women's sprint rivalry of the whole season. It's not just Thomas chasing Alfred anymore, or Alfred trying to hold her off. Now it's 4 real threats sharing one start line, in front of a home crowd that has already seen Asher-Smith and Hunt fly qualify on this very track before. And this isn't some quiet mid-season meet. The London Athletics meet brings together a massive 71 medals won at the Paris Olympics and last year's World Championships, all packed inside one stadium on one single afternoon. Mondo Duplantis is chasing another pole vault world record. Keely Hodgkinson is going after an 800-meter world mark that has stood untouched for 40 years. Emmanuel Wanyoni shows up fresh off his own world record set in Monaco. Big names, big pressure, one massive stage. And even with a lineup this stacked, packed with Olympic and world champions everywhere you look, the women's 200 meters is still standing out as one of the biggest headline races of the entire day. That tells you everything about how much heat this rivalry is generating right now. Thomas has said this race means a lot for her prep before September's Ultimate Championships, a brand new event closing out the World Athletics season. She says training is going great and she can't wait for a big show at the Olympic Stadium. Alfred, fresh off the fastest 200 meters of her life, believes her hot form can carry straight through London and into that championship too. So look at where we stand. Alfred just ran the third fastest 200 meters in history. Thomas posted her own world lead just weeks earlier. Plus, she's got a winning history on this exact London track. And now, two of Britain's fastest women ever are lining up right beside them, with a roaring home crowd behind them. This race is tougher to call than it looks. Nobody here is scared. Asher Smith has beaten stacked fields before and holds the British record to prove it. Hunt keeps rising every single race, with nothing to lose chasing two Olympic champions on home soil. Thomas already proved Monaco wasn't her true form, and Alfred just ran the third fastest time ever with zero signs of slowing down. This race has no clear favorite. It is wide open. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy deep athlete stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is Athlete Feeds, and we'll see you in the next one.